But I will turn it off. All righty, we're back for our second half. Anyway, we're back for the second half. So we're going to do another round of poetry. So stick around and we will get started. All right, this is so much fun. So one thing about it is, one thing about the Facebook Live is really nobody looks at it. But I always found it really good for myself to sit there and say, oh, I shouldn't do that, or something like that. So take the freshly brewed, the recordings for what they are, and stuff like that. So, but if you do want to get on live and don't want to be shown, I'm happy to do whatever makes everybody comfortable, and that's what we're here for. So I think we'll start the second round. We've got somebody that signed up. And if you'd like to go first, and then maybe I'll go after, or I'll stick myself somewhere there. Yeah, and introduce yourself.
I'm Russ Lambert. I'm usually introduced as Mr. Betsy. So, and you know why now? Once upon a time, way back in the woods, we lived north of Charlotte. And in the woods actually, and we got this unusual thing in the mornings, every morning, called a newspaper. It was back when they had newspapers.
Wait, what's that?
Yeah, you can see them in museums. They tell me the Charlotte Observer every April Fool's Day would run poetry contests, or actually limerick contests, and they were generally of a political nature. And my lowly but talented spouse and I won it one year. We got our own coffee cups out of the deal, so we kind of got paid off for that. So without further ado, I'd like to recite it. Well, I can't remember. Very well. I can't remember, but it was when they made a special district. They've been gerrymandering for years, and this one was when Mel Watt first ran for representative, and they fixed a special district that ran from just north of Charlotte straight up to Statesville, about as wide as I-77. Took a right turn, and was about as wide as I-40, ran over to, where the hell is that? You go to Winston, probably. It seemed to kind of peter out over that way. But anyway, it was kind of a way of corralling a certain minority and giving them some representation, which was a good thing. So anyway, that district wherein I reside is long, but it's not very wide. If to vote, I desire, regulations require that I diet, so I'll fit inside.
Well, we'll go with the family affairs. The first person that was it's so professional. Just to let you know, everything is really, really casual here. So if anybody's standing on formality, you're gonna fall off.
If it was formal, it wouldn't be poetry.
Yes. Oh, there you go. I like that. So Betsy. Yeah. Do you need to call? No, I was gonna say that's.
He hadn't gone when it
No, he's already
No, I
gone.
thought I heard Dusty.
Yeah, but Betsy, Dusty, yeah. When do you have to go? That's right, you know.
Oh, no, no one's showing up yet.
You've
No.
been bad.
And it's sad. Phil's birthday's today.
Oh, he's not doing it?
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Well, find how you do, because it's your birthday. Okay, she's got it.
Okay, here I have a couple of fun poems that I think you will enjoy. One of them is called My Father's Hands. My father's hands were magical for me, dancing across the keys. They could play anything in a ragtime beat, especially when I sat on his knees. His hands never knew how to fix anything, since his left and right were the same. But suggest a tune and he could know how to play, though he might not know its name. His job was intense, his office his plane, flying from town to town. So he wasn't at home when I needed him most. But I knew his love was around. I loved him so much and missed his hugs, and his heart as big as the sky. Then he died too young before grandkids came, so he never heard their sweet cry. I think he knew at the end of his life that somehow he'd lost his way. His job was all he had time to do, but then he forgot how to play. He also forgot how to love himself, so he withdrew into his shell. An imperfect hero was all he could be, and it's something he knew all too well. But his music lives on, and his memory is near when piano jazz is played. The happiest days of my childhood were spent watching the music he made. And then here's one, and then I'll let somebody else take over. This is called Blessed from Above. I wrote this one. You'll see what I wrote for that. It's kind of funny. I gave blood the other day, which means that my DNA will soon be in someone's veins and then nourishing their brains. I wonder if they'll think about who created that precious glue that probably saved their life when they were under the knife. Will our two DNAs get along and sing a kumbaya song? Or will they fight for control over the recipient's soul? But in the end, we're all one. And when everything's over and done, my blood was given with love. So we're both blessed from above.
Lulu, did you have something?
Yeah, I got a couple.
Yeah, cool. We're going to hear from Lulu again. Awesome.
The reason why I started with that first one is because that's the bush of line from Habit. Just because I've written a lot of trash that I haven't edited yet. So this is one of those. Actually, is there a way that I can... Yeah.
Sure. You want to like a
Yeah, just kind of
get
feel like a little capacity issue. That's the human condition if I ever heard of it. Wow. Okay. The spam caller's been calling me a while now. Around 4 years, I wouldn't suppose. They call me Nanette, perfectly pronouncing benefits, offering consultation, now eligible. I hung up all those years. Today, I called back. I said, please, let me level with you. What's the big idea? How are you feeling? Are you being forced? Have you ever thought about telling your story? You must have so many of them. Vivid and horrific, cold and oppressed. I bet you sit there, staring at the walls, counting all the threads in the tightly stretched corduroy lined with steel and half-hearted attempts at bringing life into a prison you've been stuck in for Lord knows how long. And I bet that the fluorescence feels like a friend when the pitter-patter of the rain against the glass cries out for you as if to say that Mother Earth itself knows and shares your pain. I would be drained. I couldn't handle it. And yet, here you are, stronger than me. On the other end, thorn in my pride that I won't abide. And yet, on the other side, You're over there, feeling and living and being yourself in what ways you can in spite of it all. It's not your fault. It's all the salt in the water. Maybe, I don't know. She hung up on me. I wonder if I was disrespectful, if what I said hurt her feelings. I wonder if maybe she just didn't mind at all. Maybe she's one of those people where it doesn't really affect her. Maybe in some egotistical nightmare, what I said motivated her to pick up the pen. And of course, that's all bullshit, isn't it? Just a grand illusion I had one morning about phasing through walls. And that was that one. And then this is the last one that I'll read for the whole night. This one's done in quatrains, so it's not as free-flowing as the other one. I'm juiced, man, completely dry. It's high time I wither and die. There was a time, oh boy, a time, where the world was in my eye. My knees pop, wow. I wipe my brow, oftener than ever now. There was no band, there was no crowd, no one came to hear a tune. All better to have spared the loon, who'd surely swoon unto the moon from afternoon till noon. A spotlight on face. I've got too much and too little to say. Save your time, don't waste away. Enjoy a cave for a while. Come back another day. Get outside yourself and inside too. Meet as many people as you can and treat them true. Get drunk, fight, and fuck, at least a bit. Nothing too crazy, don't have a fit. Then, once you've had your fun, pick a damn direction and run. We can only do so much, reach so far. In our reaching, we forget our scars. Our scars help us create our shame. If we can't see it, we end up lame. A stick carving into the dirt, what does that prove? The diagram doesn't move, people do. The only thing that helps is help. The only thing that heals is time. Don't confuse the two, or you won't be worth a dime.
That's great. I love yours. This is great.
Couldn't see it.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I think Brian, you're next, so we're gonna have to go for shorts or go to Tom. Somebody else?
Oh, he's gone.
It's comic, yeah.
He's not that smart. He's blind.
He's not as talented as you are with comedy and all that.
He's touched. My God.
It's a great group of people. This is very nice. Thank you all for coming because, I don't know, I get nervous with hoping people come.
Thank you for hosting us.
Oh, you're welcome.
That's the real, hero.
Yes. Right. Talking to the microphone. We need to see how tall you are.
Oh,
Is that it? Yeah. What do you think? You can read? You want to read?
No, I've already read the two.
Dawn armed Blitzen, thunder and lightning, rage, berserkers in a tumultuous melee, hammer and cord for a great cataclysm. Shatter my dreams in the night, besieging my tattered consciousness, put an endless sea of stars, thickets of multiflora roses that have escaped captivity, invasive exotics sprouting like walls surrounding me, abstract hedgerows laced with thorns of regret. Flowers exude bitter nectar to make a rancid honey. And the sirens moan a dirge off-key, cats being banged at midnight in the alley, your window broken by an errant stone from the wino's ancient sling, has no mojo left to muffle as you vainly seek to sleep. Sleep, that gift of Morpheus, hopefully giving bliss, nightly notice blossoms to etherize our dreams, born in the dark alleyways of our ever-present limbic system, an enduring inheritance from reptilian ancestors, lost in the great depths of eons of generations. Is this all Maya, phantasm of the firings of galaxies and neurons, before going nova and collapsing into a black hole? Do I have time for one
Yeah,
more?
I think so, because it's only 8:04.
I'll finish off with a happier one. Hips swaying, bossa nova playing, years melting from our souls, holding you closer, we two old posers, they dwindle as March last snows. We dance slowly, bright embers glowing, a fire banked against the night. Flames, they're just show, warmth when the coals glow, love burning our eternal light. Latin rhythms, smooth as cold caprahinas, the soft sweetness conceals potent punch, intoxicated by a seduction, one too many at Sunday brunch. Samba, salsa, for those hot young lovers, for whom it is a chaotic, headlong dash. Bossa nova, paso dobles, stately melodies for the mature. The dance floor empties, these are the last.
That's dusty now.
Likes the microphone in his hand.
It's getting low, but I do have another mic, so if it.
Does it charge on the stand?
What's that?
I guess it's just
no,
letting
no.
it
Yeah.
All right, I guess I got 2 poems for y'all. Alliteration like crazy. The first one is called Missing in Action. Big-headed Buddhist bears more of life's brunt, surreptitiously seeking souls that don't stunt, his hellacious hang-up for honing his head, despite the data douses his dreams in dread. Might this mysterious man meet some mark? Knowledge to donuts, he'll dig deep into the dark. Maybe he'll muster more masses for the mission, so surely his struggle surmounts someone else's sedition. Wait, what if he withholds his weirdly wrought wisdom, lest logical lives likewise lumber the lugubrious labrum? Would such a worry will a wander within his ways, or does this doleful digger's digest die out as he decays? The next one I kind of need help at the end, I don't know, we'll see. This one's called Shaman's Eyes. Yeah, probably have from the beginning. In the mirror, oh, that's not very good. Millions of morning-mouthed moans materialize in my mind's matter, making me manic. How my misery is moved when measured to this malevolent marvel mirrored in many multiverses, multiplexing multitudes of missed meetings and meek meanings amongst monstrous amounts of materialistic, mindless muckrakers that muffle and muscle out the mindful's march, which means morality gets muted and murdered no matter the myriad of mixing manifestations. Man, our maker makes a mean margarita. May the mindful merrifully meet a mutiny of this mad majesty.
That's awesome. Helen is here, and Helen said, oh, I can't read it because I've read these all before. But I don't see anybody in this room, Helen, that has heard any of those poems, because everybody here, maybe short of Brian.
Could I hear at least just one?
Yeah, do you want to?
Your favorite one?
Yeah.
I'll
And then I'll read one, and then I'll turn the microphone off in case somebody else.
okay, let me
Just teasing.
find one.
While you're looking, I'll go ahead and I'll read mine. How's that, Helen?
Okay.
Yeah. I was just saying, you know, everybody here is really new, and I think this is really kind of exciting, because I can do some of the stuff I've read over and over again and stuff. This one's called Bring the Kid. No, nobody's sensitive with their ears about sex. But anyway, Bring the Kid. You told me about sex. Remember when we lived at the swimming pool? I can't get no boom, 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 booming in the dank concession area, echoing in the open-air basement, satisfaction, bam, 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 pounding from the jukebox, the walk, 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 sound rounding off the pillars and the puddled concrete slick. That was where we would go to get our suicide drinks. Pushing through the tall chairs, the teenage faceless person would laugh when we'd ask for a suicide, please. Dispensing all the flavors on tap, they handed to us in a tall paper cup, straw and shaved ice, our membership tag bracelet clinking on the bar's countertop. That day we sat and we talked and sipped at the metal tables heaped with towels outside the chain-link fence surrounding the laughing, screaming children. Splashes and whistles and the smell of chlorine and the Alabama sun hidden, our tongues purple. I never really liked you. You made me feel small and dumb, though I was 2 cup sizes bigger than you and sat at the front of the class. But I didn't know about sex. I was 12, or almost 12, or maybe 10, or beyond 10, but I didn't know. So with 2 hands in the air, you showed me, being so knowing, how sex was done. You made an okay sign, held it to the sky, and pierced it with the index finger from your other hand. I rode home, pedaling in a blaze, sick on suicide's rolling stones blaring in my head with my newfound knowledge. I never really liked you. You were my best friend. I got one other nice little one somewhere in here, I'm sure. This one's called A Good Box. A good box it was. Cardboard remnants of past lives, strewed in hallways of crowded sentiments, reluctant yet expectant of earned places to be found. She caresses the cellulose caskets of long ago purchases, and emperor thumbs down it all, except for maybe one, maybe that one, because that one was still a really good box. Ellen, have you discovered one that you would like to read?
No, I can't get it to come up.
Okay. No, I was actually curious how people stored their poems in their phones and stuff. Do you do it in your notes or in your notepad?
Yeah, just copy them into
Use the notepad.
Yeah, I
just
put mine
use
in a draft.
Microsoft Word.
Microsoft Word on yours?
And then save the file to the cloud.
Yeah.
I use Google Docs.
Google Docs?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how I write them, and then that's how I read them.
I go to the website that's there, but then when you don't have, website or on my phone.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to run anyway. I've
What's
got
that?
someplace else. I need to run. I've got
Okay,
to
sounds
go
good.
some.
Well, I think,
I'd love to read your or hear your poetry.
Do you want to?
Okay, next month.
Okay, we're gonna say goodnight for the Facebook thing, and we'll see you guys next time. But we will still be here, so make sure you come next third Wednesday.
Can I read one last poem while I'm here?
Sure,
It's by
sure.
it's not by me. It's by Robert Frost. But I think it's very. Since we're all poets here, and we all know about craftsmanship and all that.
Yeah. So after you do that, I'm going to have Corey read, and then
Oh,
she,
wait.
no, you go ahead and do it because she wants to turn off the mic, the thing.
Oh, okay.
But I would
okay,
love
okay,
for you to
okay,
be able to
okay.
see
I was-
yourself read.
All right.
No, you're
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
No, don't be.
All right, let's
Just telling the land of the lay, of the lay of the land.
I wasn't trying to cut you.
No, no, no. We're here till 9 o'clock, but today is
I think it's good to look back on these times because where would you be? Well, this one's a shorter one, so. There was never a sound beside the wood but one, and that was my long scythe whispering to the ground. What was it? It whispered. I knew not well myself. Perhaps it was something about the heat of the sun, something perhaps about the lack of sound, and that was why it whispered and did not speak. It was no dream of the gift of idle hours or easy gold, at the hand of fae or elf. Anything more than the truth would have seemed too weak. To the earnest love that laid the swill and rose, not without feeble pointed spikes of flowers, pale orchises, and scared a bright green snake. The fact is the sweetest dream that labor knows. My long scythe whispered and left the hay to make.
It's a great way to end it. Actually, we can stay here as long as we want to. I'm just going to turn our Facebook off. So guys, bye guys. Bye guys. All right, we're good. Bye.